Hi, everybody. It's Jill for today. I know you haven't seen me for a while. Well, we hibernate in summer. A lot of people, summer and they're out there skiing and camping and all that stuff. We hate summer. I detest it's hot, it's miserable. So we hunker down. We watch videos. I do a lot of weaving. I don't do a lot of cooking because it's too hot. I don't bake all summer long and I don't cook, we barbecue, that kind of thing. So I go from sizzling summer to awesome autumn, and I cannot tell you how happy I am about that. I have a nice friend who is one of my subscribers, and her name is Maureen. And I think she and I set the calendar at June, and we just sort of wait it out, wait it out, wait it out. She and I we just can't wait for September or October to come running around so we have fall again. So what have we been doing all summer? Not a whole heck of a lot. We've been watching a lot of great British video series, things that we hadn't seen that are older, and really enjoying those. We've been watching a lot of movies, oldies, nothing, I don't know how many of you agree with this, but there's not a lot of new movies out that are very appealing to us, at least. Very rarely does one come through that we say, oh gosh, this was really a great movie. So we've been checking in on some of the older ones and kind of building up our little video library. The director always finds some great bargains through Fandango and different ones that you can pick up movies, downloads, or I guess they're downloads, streamed very inexpensively. So we've been kind of, building that up. So when winter comes and it's too cold and miserable, we have a movie to watch. So we've been doing a lot of video series, a lot of movies, barbecuing. I got back into canning this year and also some dehydrating. And I have a great little dehydrator now that I've been kind of working, getting kind of those things kind of stocked up. And I've been doing some canning. I've got some canned meats and some jams and some vegetables and some fruits. So I've been doing some canning, getting that done for this coming season. I've had root plane on my teeth. Oh, that was really exciting stuff. I just had all 4 quadrants done. And that was, like I said, very, very exciting. That was almost the highlight of my summer, except I fell again. Fell on the same darn thing. You'd think we had learned our lesson. In our bedroom, we have a comforter. And as you walk in the bedroom door, or if I have to walk around our bed to get out the door, those comforter corners hang down. And especially at night when that comforter kind of slides. Sure enough, I hit that darn thing again. I went flying, hit my head, hit here. I was a mess. And I was in so much pain from the fall that I couldn't get out of the house to go to the hospital. We live in a condominium, and as you enter our front door, you're in a foyer, and you walk up a flight of stairs, and our whole living area is on the top, on this upper level. I was in so much pain, I couldn't get down the stairs. So we called the paramedics. Bless those little guys, and they're always so darn cute. Sorry, there's a car going by. So we called them, and they came in and did just a good little check on me to make sure that I was breathing properly, that maybe I hadn't broken a rib or that sort of thing. And he said, well, you really need to go to the hospital. And I said, I know, but I can't get out. They brought in this really cool chair, and they strap you in this chair, and they lift the chair up, and they hauled me down those stairs. I mean, I was so amazed. My biggest fear was they were going to slip on the stairs. I didn't think they were going to drop me, but I was afraid they were going to slip on the stairs because they have you strapped in. And I guess if you go down with that thing. Anyway, had a lousy haircut, terrible haircut. And they always say, well, what's the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut? And the line is 2 weeks. This 2 weeks did not make it. So I had a bad haircut. Let's see what else. It's just one of those weird summers. Director, what happened to you? You didn't fall.
I joined the homeowners association board again.
Oh yeah, geez.
Had a bad confrontation with one of the owners, and I quit the homeowners association again. Other than that, reading a few books.
Oh yeah, you did some reading.
Yeah, and Not much else.
We took some beautiful drives in the country. The weather was some days it was so pretty, and we love to drive out into the hills and see the farmland. And oh my gosh, so we saw some beautiful rides.
Yeah,
And
that was one exciting thing, is we live right on the edge of a
there you go.
agricultural area. There's orchards, there's vineyards and farms and nurseries.
Yeah,
But
huge
now, just
nurseries.
a few minutes from our home, somebody has planted a huge amount of acreage in olives. It's the first time
Yeah.
we've ever seen olives in Oregon. So now I don't have to go to Italy.
I didn't know that's why we were going to Italy for the olives.
Well, of course.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to getting back into gear this month. This is mid to late September now, and I've got lots of things lined up that I'm going to cook. My bread series, around the world in 80 breads. We're going to continue that, and my next bread is we're going to Ireland, so that should be fun. And I think Czechoslovakia will be after that. So I'm lining up some countries and some interesting breads. And I've got a lot of neat new recipes on cozy, crock pot meals and oven baked meals and instant pot stuff. So I'm going to, some wonderful desserts. That's all we need, desserts.
And some of those really tall currant scones.
Oh yeah, got to do some scones. We were watching, well, it was a British show. I don't recall what it was. And they had these scones on the dining room table, and it was like I said, and I'm going to have to go to King Arthur, website to get currants. You can't find currants anywhere. There's just currant is a little teeny tiny raisin, so I've got to find currants. But we're going to make those, and I'll also want to do some cinnamon rolls. I mean, we're talking proper cinnamon rolls, so I'm going to make those. And I don't know, that's about it.
Lots of medical appointments.
Lots of medical appointments coming up. Yeah, lots of stuff. I got a lot of stuff coming up. But, it's like we're cars. You get to a certain point in your car's, life, and things start to break down. Well, that's how it is. You get to this age. I'm going to be 73 in November.
I had a 79th birthday this month.
No, but he's looking pretty darn good. So anyway, you get to this age, things just start to kind of break down, and you have to go in and get yourself up on the lift, and they rotate the tires, and then you start to feel better. So it's all good. We're happy, relatively speaking. We're healthy. My cancer work continues to stay level. There's been no concerns by my oncologist, so that's really good news. And I think that's about it. Anything, Director, you want to? I think we got
She's
it.
just the cutest thing I ever saw.
Hold on, get out of here. You're the best. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. During summer, I just kind of put everything on hold. And that's, again, what I did this summer. Just took a couple months off. And like I said, just kind of hibernated, got rid of that, got the AC going. And, all right. I won't be political, but it's been a stressful summer, I think, for all of us. And it's worrisome. It puts a lot of stress on you. And it puts, I should say that, let me rephrase that. It puts a lot of stress on us. And I don't know how all you feel about it, but we feel like we're in some pretty scary times. And, we just got to, stay the course, be strong. And that's all I'll say about it. Anyway, we love you guys. Looking forward to the fall and all the good stuff that we're going to bring to you. Take care. Bye-bye.